There's Michelle. Good morning, everybody. We're going to get those little bodies strong. As you're coming in, let's warm up the body. And the breath, let your inhale and exhale, lower and go up. Oh my goodness, and lower. And inhale up. And lower, and one more time. And up. And lower, and then let your hands go down, and then imagine you are drawing a circle with your rib cage around, around, and around the other way. So we're waking up that back. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you're going to go forward and back. Inhale and exhale 2 more times. Goodness gracious. And then roll all the way up. And once you're up, go over, kind of like you're painting a beautiful rainbow in the sky. Up and over. Wake up the shoulders, up and over. You can even have that movement continue through your hands and your fingers like an undulating wave. Inhale and exhale, and then let's take it to the calves, and with your heels go up, your exhale goes down, so you're even waking up the feet, the toes and the ankles, and push through, finish the waving of the hands too, so we're getting those nerves warmed up, getting everything warmed up and down, and inhale. And now we're going to grab our bands, and I'm going to take this off, but grab your Donna band and let it go overhead. And we're going to do a couple of the movements that we just warmed up with together. So good. Thanks, Betty. You're good and ready. You're going to pull down the arms in the band when you lift up your heels. Exhale, pull down the band. Exhale. And 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do 5 more. 11, so the back of your lower leg should be warming up. 12, and the upper body. 13 at the same time, a little bit of ab tone. 1 more. Very good. Now lower the band. Put your band at the shoulder blade level. Palms face up. Now take a wider stance, and you're going to press your arms forward as you lower. So it's how we woke up this morning, how we got our body warmed up. A little bit more work now. We're adding on the band. It's pressing out. We're adding on a more controlled squat, not just a warm-up squat. So your heel is pressing heavier than your toes. Your knee tracks with your second toe. And how much external rotation might just depend on you, but basically the toes are pointed out so that your knees can safely track with those second toes. Exhale. Good. Notice your neck is easy and clean and free of tension. And 5. Good. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Really nice. And then take it to the front. Let your hands go in front of you. Palms are down. Good. And we're going to go up with our heels while we pull the band to our chest. The hands may be just lower than shoulder height. Try the calf raise here. 3. You got it. Neck is soft. 4. 5. 6. Hello. 7. Hi. 8. 9. and 10. Gorgeous. Now lower the band. You have your handle in each. 1 or 2 heels. So if you are tall or you have a heavier band, you'll probably want 2 heels. If it's a little too much, just back down to 1 heel. Knees soft, bend your elbows. Let me adjust my shirt again. Okay, bend your elbows and exhale. And what I'm doing here is just finding a way to hold the band that's comfortable. So with the Dynabands, I tend to like more of a hammer grip. And with the elastic tubings, I tend to like this palm up. Whatever you're doing, your wrists are pretty neutral. Your knees are soft. Your shoulders are down the back. I'll show you from this side. You're not letting your shoulders poke forward. Even when they lower, your hands lower, your shoulders stay down the back. All right. Exhale. And inhale. And these are great to travel with. So if you're going to be traveling this summer, you can easily take these bands. 5, 4, 3, knees soft, 2, 1 more. Lower that down, and let's grab a sip, and then go to our triceps. You're shooting for 8 to 10 ounces during the class. One hand is low now, one hand is up, push, that a girl, good Sarah. 1, and up 2, and up 3, and up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now take this one, put this one low, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Knees soft. 7. Breath continuous. 8. You're gonna feel some challenge. 9 on the back of that upper arm. 10. Usually when the palm faces you on that upper arm, it feels a little better on your bones, your joints. Good. Chin up a little bit, buddy. 2. You got it. And 1. Really good. Let that go and just move the shoulders up and down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then take your band. Handles, 1 in each, hand or ends, 1 in each. Step on this most likely with 2 heels in the middle. If your band's a little tight, you can always back down to 1 heel. Now notice my wrist. I'm not forcing them to be vertical. So when I go up, my wrists go with my forearms, and that usually makes that feel better. Your knees are soft. Yeah. So exhale when you bring that band up. It's kind of, if you know the lateral raise with our arms long, it's like the lateral raise but with a shorter lever. Upright row. 7, but the neck is happy. 8, the knees are happy. Shoulders and biceps should be feeling this. 10, 11, 12. Good, I like that, Michelle. It's like every now and then just do this little movement. You'll say, you'll be able to verify that you are relaxed. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, and 1 more. Now let go of 1 hand. Move your foot out. You're going to open up your arm into a T. Out, out, out. Now this deltoid is working. Your wrist is going along for the ride. It's not excessively flexed or extended. Your knees are soft. your body stays upright. So you have a little tone near your ribs on your abs, maybe up to 30% contraction. Now let's just take 10 on the other side. So switch it up. Try to feel like you can be challenged around the 10. We're going to do a lateral raise. Notice in these, the hand is slightly ahead of the plane of your body, not behind you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, the wrist looks good. 10, now switch it up, your other foot, your other heel. Now your band goes to the front raise, about shoulder height. You're only going for 10 here, so 2, you want to feel this, not this, not the neck. 4, making sure you're not leaning back, everybody looks good. 5, looking at the wrist too. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the other side. Heel, press forward. You got it. Now this band is going to come behind. Go out to the position, Sarah, you might have missed this in our warm-up, and then we did a set of exercises with the wide squat. So it's going to be a little different with your arms. We're going to push forward and then around. You're pushing forward narrow and then around. You got it. Your heel is still heavy. When you do this squat, you could even lift your toes to show yourself that you're more dominant in your heel, more biased in the heels. Arm is around. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now go the other way. So your arms are going to go around. 1. Your neck is still easy. 2. You got it. You're in control. 3 of how low you go. 4. 90 degrees is in the knees could be one of the bench points benchmarks as long as that serves you. 6, 7. It's almost like you're swimming. Your arms are going around. 8, 9, 10. Really good. Now this is going to be more, actually let's grab a sip. It's going to be more stretchy. Your arms go back and behind. This is also a dynamic stretch, so it's easy to catch up if you're grabbing a drink. So basically you're enough slack that you're not struggling or in pain to get this arm behind you. I'll say easily, I don't mean easily though. You want to feel like it's helping you stretch, but you don't have to wiggle your body to do so. There's no pinching. All right, let's find a place behind that feels, I'll show you from this, that feels like you're getting a chest and shoulder stretch. So somewhere like a Y. 5, big breathing. 4, 3, 2, now let your arms down. Find another place behind you. It doesn't even have to be much different. It can just be an inch. Good. Wrists are forward, so you're making sure they're not getting extended back, right? Inhale. Lower. One more position. I'm going to go a little lower. 3, breathing 2, and 1. Really good. Let that band down, but you're going to use it when we get to the floor. And just take a heavier weight. So let's take anywhere from 5 to 10, let's say. You can always use a smaller weight and just do more reps. You're gonna, on the exhale, you can do either a hammer curl or a palm up curl. Good. 3, 4, knees soft, by the way, go back and check your cues. 6, shoulders are open, neck is soft. 8, keep the breathing going. Nice. All right, up to 5 more, but if you chose a weight that's too heavy, you can even grab another weight. You can even do more reps if you need to. I'm just up here offering where you want to feel a challenge at the final reps. 1 more. All right, lower those down. I have a table today, so I'm going to use the table. And let your arms be a little loosey-goosey, like a lip spaghetti noodle. And then initiate this rotation with your torso, but let your loosey-goosey spaghetti noodles kind of slap you a little. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Probably the same weight you just used. We're going to do upright rows like this. Again, the wrist is pretty in line with the forearm. You're not forcing it to be vertical. And we'll just go out and out. And Karen, if your hands are bothering you, you can also use bands or whatever feels better. The main thing is your body just is, you're just creating a stimulus for your body that's more than usual to stress the muscles to break down and grow. Same thing with the bones, breaking them, that we're increasing this little Wolf's Law. We're doing the Wolf's Law on the bones too, to give it more stimulus than it's used to, so they'll get stronger, more bone density. All right, about 5 more, depending on when you got your weights. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Now, if you need to do more, you need to do less at any time, you can do those. I'm going to put these up, and we're going to do a little stretch up and over. And you can even rotate here. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and go over, and rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the 1, both hands behind you, and just open up like someone's pulling your arms up towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let those little arms sway. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now this time you're gonna have a lighter weight and it's gonna look like this. So I would say anywhere between 2 and 8 would be good. 3 and 6, somewhere in there, most likely. You're gonna take your arms out at the same time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now let those down for a moment. And we're going to gonna take one arm, and can you me like this too, across, and then roll that wrist. Yeah, as if you're tracing a clock. Yes, and then make that wrist go the other way. And then we're gonna go the other side. That arm helps hold it, and then roll that wrist. Getting some lubrication in those little pebbles of your wrist sac. And then you can do the same thing, kind of like you're holding hands, but then you roll. And then go the other way. Should feel good. You can do this anytime. All right, little shake. Now the next one we're doing is front. So it could be the same weight or it could be a little lighter. Michelle, your dog. It's cracking me up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down dog, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now see if you can do up to 5 more. So let's say you're fatigued and you need to stop, that's fine. But if you can keep going, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, take those weights out. And we're gonna take one hand forward and pull it down. Now notice how my elbow is long but not backwards locking. Inhale. Switch it so your other palm's showing and pull your fingers down. Yep. Notice your elbow, it's not backwards locking. Now, I used to call this kiss my hand. So kiss my hand, and then you pull your fingers underneath. And you see how that feels right there. And then other side, kiss my hand, pull it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I just sort of like to let things go, just sort of, get rid of tension. Good, Sarah, grab a sip, and then we'll add an overhead press. Overhead press is going to be a lighter weight as well because we're going to take our arms overhead. So I'd say anywhere from 3 to 8. Probably you'll know as soon as you lift it up. 1, 2, 3. Now when you go up, you want to stabilize the body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then let those down. So get rid of those for a moment. And we'll kind of mix up our stretches. So take your thumb to your first finger, like you're making goggles. You got it. And then you flip your fingers and you press the skin up against your face, your eye orbit, and then underneath your jaw is your fingers. Yep, can you see that? There you go. And you see, if you're here, it won't feel like as much, so you really just cover up the goggles. You make goggles. Yep, flip it. Ulnar nerve, getting a stretch. That a girl? Shake it out, let it go. The next one's going to be triceps. So basically it's going to be behind the head. If you want, you can take a heavier weight. You can also take 2 smaller weights. So you can choose. I'll mix it up. I'll put a heavier weight on today with just one heavier weight. Like let's say a 10 to 15. But you could also do single weights that are like 3 or 5 or 6, somewhere like that. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, good. Try it. Yeah, mix it up. See what's going on. Let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let that go. And let me give you a different stretch. One finger out. This is from the arthritis stretches. 2. And look how I'm trying to straighten them. So I'm not letting them curl. 3. And try to straighten them out. 4. And you're individualizing. 5. Okay. Now you can thumb it. Now on this one, let's let ourselves catch the first finger. But see how these other ones try to curl? Bring them straight. Then middle, bring them straight. See how that one's trying to curl? Now ring. Now pinky. Now do it without help. Thumb, first, middle. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. So I'm giving myself more time because my whole hand is trying to do sympathetic contraction. Ring, pinky. Good. And then you can start from either end and kind of mix it up. Let's do thumb. Now I'm going to try not to catch my thumb on my finger. I'm just trying to make my muscles isolate. Now isolate. Good. See that? It's a little hard. Then ring. Good. Nice. Let that go. Good job. And then grab probably a 3 to 6 pound weight. Here's the exercise, rear fly. Looks like this. So probably a 3 to 6 pound weight. Now, your neck is going to be soft, so I'm going to show you, but then I'm going to tilt my chin down so you can too. So make your sit bones lift up a little bit, Michelle. So you've got, I'll call it a table back. It's a diagonal table though. Yeah, so kind of lift your sit bones and lift your heart. That way you are supporting your back as opposed to rounding it here. Yeah, good. And now we look a little down that way. And actually, Michelle, you look good. Rick, you look good. I want to make sure the head's not cranking up. 5, rear delt, slow it down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now come back up, grab your heavier weight. Now if you don't have a heavier weight, just hold on to these, but grab a heavier weight. I'd say 5 to 10 pounds each hand, but just see what happens. Sit bones up. Now bend both elbows. I have an image of starting a lawnmower. Pulling up. 4, heel heavy. 5, your legs are helping to support you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and make sure your heels are heavy. 11, 12, lifting up the sit bones. 13. When you get to your 15, take your weights. You may want them near the floor because we're going to get on the floor. And if you have your other weights, get them on the floor before you go down to the floor. Grab a sip. If you need to adjust your mirror or your camera, you can. Well, that worked out pretty good. We're at 30 minutes and we did standing work, so now it's time for lower work. So that's pretty neat. I'd like to keep your drink nearby. And another row set. Take a band. Oh, I put my weights on top of it, so it's going to take me a second. Take a band, and let me show you. This is a strong area, so you could even take 2 around your foot, meaning your heel arch. And crossing the rope adds a little easier vector. So you can walk your hands up closer to the feet edge of your rope. Bend your elbows so you can see that I'm just in a different way in my body. but the relationship is the same. So my arms are pulling just like we did that bent over row with the dumbbells. We're doing that same type of exercise, but seated. Was with a band, gravity's not as important to how I set up. So squeeze your elbows past your ribs. Practice your ear, shoulder, mid-rib, pelvis alignment. Exhale. There is some bicep work in here. Good. Exhale. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. All right, now we're going to take a different exercise. Cross the strap. It's like an X. Place probably your hands towards the edge because this is a smaller motion. Now this one seems like it's wimpy. It doesn't seem like it's glamorous muscles, but these are so important for healthy shoulders. Now the wrists are neutral, so if you look at your wrists, they're going to go along with your movement, so they're neutral in line with your forearm. Open up the forearms, but keep the elbows touching your skin or your cloth. You got it. And then think about it or focus about it. Where is the muscles? Where are they working? Back here. Infraspinatus, tres minor, posterior deltoid, little supportive muscles. Now with the same kind of movement, but lift up your elbow. Now it's almost like you're hugging a tree in reverse. Lift up, neck soft, good. Looks really good. This is rear delt, and a little rhomboid. All these back muscles are so important for healthy core, healthy function. They do not normally get enough attention, so we always do it. We always work these muscles. They counteract the forward activity of life, so it's easier to stay upright, it's easier to have healthy posture, and posture helps your mood and helps your breathing, helps your energy. All right, we got it. Now this one's going to be, I'm going to turn so you can see me. This one's going to be a little bit of a lean, but when I lean, I've got to scoop right here, and if you can't scoop enough, bend your knees a little, elbows. Now there's a few things we're working. Biceps, abs. If you need it harder, lift your arms up. Exhale. Good. 5, 4. And then come back up. Now this one's going to be a little lower. I'm going to get away from the wall. Pull. Pull. Now I've got to go wide enough that my fingers don't hit the floor. But I'm kind of like a V upside down. You got it. Rear delts, lats. Looks good. Good, Karen. Good, Michelle. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go of that, and then I always think of Michelle with these. We're going to do a bench press. So you're going to lie on your back. Your feet are going to be on the floor or on your foam roller, and we're going to do a push. So I'm going to grab the heavier weights. I need to just move my mat a little. Basically, probably 5 to 15 pounds, somewhere in there, the heavier. Now your feet are on the floor or the, what do you call it, the foam roller, and then exhale, push. Now at the top, the 2 bookends of your weight, your dumbbell, touch. They kiss, bend, and you exhale, press. Now while you're here, your ribs are touching the mat, so you're not arching your low back off the floor. Inhale, and exhale, and exhale, and exhale. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a moment, you can let those weights down and take a full body stretch. Reach through your arms, reach through your legs. You can keep them handy because we're going to do a fly. Bye, Sarah, love having you. And we're going to do a little fly here. Now you may have a slightly lighter weight on these, but here's the movement without the weight. It's going to look like this. All right, so it might be a little slightly lighter. Good. And I'm going to show these with my foam roller underneath the feet. So you can see that too. And you have both ends of your weight. Now they kiss. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now up to 5 more. 11, 12, rib down. 13, 14, and 15. All right, we're going to get rid of the weights for a moment and take a belly down position. Now I like to use the foam roller with this one. Let your arms be long and go up and kind of roll if you're using your foam roller. So we're strengthening the back, and because we care about bone density, we're working our back. Up and up. Really good. And up. There you go. And down. And up. 2. Hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. And exhale. Really good. All right, let's take this foam roller on the other side of our body, and otherwise you can just do a plank. We'll do a few abs. Let your elbows down. Pull your toes, point them towards each other. Put the foam roller underneath your shins at the high part, and then bend your knees like you're an inchworm. And then extend into a plank. Bend your knees like you're an inchworm. And then extend. So ideally you're rolling out the tibia anterior tibialis to the lateral side of your tibia. But you are, and you do that by toeing in a bit. And you're working your abs. 3, 2, recover. Now knees go to the left corner and knees go to the right corner. So you're going to go back to your plank, and you're going to take your knees to your left and then plank, and then knees to your right, knees to your left, knees to your right. Exhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, recover for a moment. We're going to do one where you look like an upside down V. You're going to do a piking move, kind of like a dolphin. Let your elbows down and let your legs go long and toes towards each other. Lift your hips, kind of like you're making a V. Your knees are going to be fairly long on these. 3, and as you lift up your hips, you might tuck your gaze a little towards the mat more to keep your necks in a tension-free place. 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover, and you're doing great. I think these are really tough for the small amount of time you're in them. I think they're really challenging, so just know that. You're going to go up to a diagonal plank, a diagonal pike. You're going to head towards the left corner plank, then right corner plank. So elbows down, you're in a plank. Now when you lift your hips, kind of orient towards the corner plank. I have to readjust my foam roller every now and then, that's natural. Up, plank, up to the other side, plank. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and recover. Awesome. Now, this is going to be a rollout. So take your foam roller underneath your upper back and take your feet on the floor, and almost like a bridge, you've got to lift your glutes. Roll out your upper back, and if you want to experiment, you can do a back bend here. Might get a few corrections, adjustments. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now take a, if you want to sit, grab a sit, but take it sideways. We're going to do a little IT. Let your elbow be down. The foam roller's underneath your side leg. The top foot acts like a little diluter of intensity. And back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's try the other side. Get your foam roller underneath the side of your leg. And go over. Good. Make sure you have this good plank form on that bottom arm. You can roll forward a bit, back a bit. It's hard to mess up here. The only thing I would say is just avoid your knee exactly under your knee, like get all the muscles around, but not on your knee. Breathing in, breathing out, and yeah, getting that hip. 10, 9, 8, 7. So I'm hoping this helps your knees too, Rick. This is really nice to get pressure off the joints, the hip and the knee especially. 4, 3, 2. All right. Now we're going to get the quads, and I'm touching the muscles, getting the big stuff out. If you've got a little extra tightness in one of these, you can stay longer on an area. Now I've got the roller under both quads. It's almost like I'm doing a plank, meaning I'm safe in my upper body. I'm not collapsing too much. Now your inhale and exhale is continuous. Sometimes you notice with discomfort you hold your breath, so just go back to breathing if you notice that. You can do this with some knee bending. You can do it with knee in straight. There's so many ways to do this. You can toe out. You can toe in. You can bias more one leg, and then you can bias more the other. I'm just saying all the different ways. There's hardly a wrong way here. The only thing I can think of with caution is just don't roll up the knee, you know, the kneecap. You're not on the knee, you're on the muscles. Five, 4, 3, 2, and the other. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, and 1. Nice. How about we hit the glute a little bit? And I'm going to show a couple ways to do this, okay? So Karen, I don't want you to hurt your wrist doing this. You could fold your knuckles under if you want. Get back and forth. And maybe it'll help you put your roller the other way as well. This way just sort of focuses more on those deep external rotators from sacrum to greater trochanter. Whereas sometimes the other way can kind of accent lengthening the glute, which a lot of people need they need more strength in and not to loosen it up too much. But basically get any area in here that feels tight. Even in the sit bone, there's some attachments of the hamstring you might like. 5. Experiment towards the back of your pelvis. 4, 3, 2. Nice. That's a good way to do it, Rick. And the other one, ankle to thigh. Good. Try it. Great. Back up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, breathing 2, and 1. We're going to roll out the lat. And remember, if you need to stay somewhere, stay somewhere. But we're going to roll the lat. If you don't have a roller or you'd rather not use it, you can do a lat stretch, something like that, half moon. But if you have the roller, take your armpit on the back side and the roller, foam roll that. Get that rear shoulder. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's take it to the other side. All right. Good. Yep. Good, Rick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This one's great for your shoulders. This is so good for posture. 3, good. 2. Inhale. Terrific. And exhale. Perfect. Now you can take your inner thigh stretch like bound angle or frog, or if you want to roll out your inner thigh, which I find is really releasing, and different than what we normally do in class. So I like these. You roll out that inner thigh. Yeah. Good. You're kind of like a frog posture. Your back leg comes off the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Try the other side. And I wonder what's going on. A little different. You guys are all frozen. There we go. And then roll out that other inner thigh. If you're not already. Back leg up like a little plank. Okay. I don't know why it lost function, but grab your other inner thigh. Yeah. Good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And then you can do a bridge, or you can do a bridge on your roller. So if you do a bridge on your roller, it's a passive psoas stretch. And you just make sure it's comfortable. You could also do a bridge regular. Nice. If you would like to experiment with this, you can put one leg long, and then usually I have to put the foam roller closer to my gluteal crease towards my heel, like where the glute meets the hamstring. You could switch it if you want, or do the other foot down. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you're going to release the roller. Good. And now if you want to, you can take this at your upper back, and you could put your head on a pillow or your hands behind you and release the upper back passively. Another way you can do this is to lengthen yourself long ways on your foam roller. Either way. Good. Betty, you want that more towards your shoulder blades. Yes, kind of scoot down. Yeah, now your hands are helping you. And relax. 10, 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale. And then exhale to come up. And you can put your legs on the wall if you'd like. Your fanny can be on the foam roller or on the floor. And just take a moment to relax. To relax your mind and let the body feel all of the strength and releases that you did. Assimilate all of the exercises we did. So feel a sense of invigoration and relaxation, a sense of strength and ease, flow. And you're doing something good for your body, and now doing something good for your spirit, just resting in the breath, letting the mind have a break
It's like you're putting your mind on the shelf so you can just tap into your deeper wisdom. So wisdom. Now when you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers and your toes and come up to a seated position that is facing me. And you can let your eyes soften here. It's not, you don't need to have them open. It's a way to come inside with the spine and axial extension. Hands to your heart. Just take a moment to let our senses be expanded. So if you have on really clear glasses, earphones that magnify everything, feelers that are heightened, smell, taste, all the senses are heightened in a state of calm and present-mindedness. Just going to set an intention for the next couple hours that you're aware of all of these senses and all the information they're giving us to the beauty of our world around us and the miracle of our body, our mind, our breath. And whenever you're ready, let your eyes open and come back into the room. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Bye guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Hope you feel